Orange lanes signify each other. Red lanes the front jet. And black lanes indicate the exit jet. The only limited period of vision represents a still is still today. When you find the view later. Jesus came my tracks. Over the Jesus
That just terrifies me. I think my biggest fear in life is that I'd end up with a job like that. You know, that I'd end up working in a cheese factory. It's not like I think I'm superior to these people or anything like that. It's not that. I mean, I'm very happy that there are people who work hard to provide food for the rest of us, but it just... I would go out of my mind if I had a job like this. This would make me insane.
My name is Alan Abel. I am a professional prankster, chameleon, provocateur, that it? Yes, provocateur. And I use the media as a conduit to the public, my audience. Is Bob Pagani an asshole, a genius? Is he perverted in any way? I'm not too sure.
I don't know if I would call Bob either an asshole or a genius or even a genius asshole.
Bob Pagani is an overgrown child genius. What makes, take 48, 3, 2, 1. Bob Pagani is an overgrown child genius.
My name is Bob Porter, and I'm speaking from my home on the beach here at the Pacific Ocean. I'd like to make a proposal to you, Senator Clinton. Some may find this unusual, but I assure you that it is sincere. I would like to give you $750,000, $750,000, for you to pose for a series of very tasteful, artistic, nude photographs of yourself. I think after 8 years of the repressive Bush regime, America is ready for a change. I think most of us realize that there's nothing sinful or shameful about the human body. But I think by posing for these photographs, you would show that you are a strong, older woman who is completely in control of herself and her sexuality. You would show that it's time for a change, something progressive. So, Senator Clinton, I would like you to consider my proposal. I will give you, as I said, $750,000, $750,000 to pose for these photographs. And get back to me at your earliest convenience. I am prepared to move ahead immediately with this. It would take no more than a day of your time. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
He is definitely a man who wants to add something to the world.
He is so funny to himself.
When I was a kid growing up in the Bronx, New York, my dad worked for Westinghouse, fixing appliances in people's homes, washing machines, refrigerators, clothes dryers.
I'm a guy who takes care of his family. I like to look ahead.
And most of the time he worked in Queens, New York. And sometimes, usually in the summer, he would take me to work with him on Saturdays, which, you know, was really exciting when I was a little kid. And the people would always say, "Oh, you brought your little boy to work with you. I guess you're showing him what kind of work to go into." And my dad would always say, "No, I'm showing him what kind of work not to go into." So I knew all my life that my dad hated his job, you know. And I knew that my parents fought a lot. That didn't make marriage look very appealing. So between not wanting to grow up and end up like my dad, even though I loved him, and being taught that all the constructs of society were just kind of fake, I think that contributed to me being sort of the weirdo that I am today. So when I'm 13, I get my idea for my own silly little 13-year-old hoax. I found out that the back of the old $10 bills, the $10 bills then, had a picture of the Treasury building, and there were little old Model T type cars on the street in front of it. So I got this funny idea that, gee, that would be, remember this is the Cold War, that, gee, you know, if people in Russia see this, they'll think that we're really backward. We're a backward country. We're driving around in Model Ts. So I invented the SFT I wrote was CFTBOTDB, or the Society for the Removal of Old Cars from the Back of $10 Bills. And I wrote a letter to the guy who did the teenage column in the New York Daily News Sunday magazine, and he actually printed a little piece about it. April 25th, 1965. And it was like, it works. You make up something crazy, you say it with a straight face, or as Alan says, a serious demeanor implies serious intent, and they put it in the largest newspaper in America, like it's real. That is just, you know, and it was no more real than this mural, you know. No, this is a house, it's a painting of a house. And I didn't have an organization. I was a 13-year-old kid with a goofy idea, and I wrote a letter, and they printed it. And that has led to a lifetime of whatever you want to call this that I do. You know, reality hacking? Okay, I can live with that.
When I think about Bob Pagani, the words that best describe him, I think of the words monkey, spanking, too much time on my hands. Those words, in that order.
I think basically my definition of hell is working third shift at the cheese factory.